right now, your beliefs are controlling you. You are not controlling your beliefs. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life, and you will call it fate, as to Carl Jung. I couldn't agree with this more. Therefore, I will cover what a belief is, how to become aware of them, and ultimately, how to change your belief, thereby your behavior. So what is a belief? Yep, a belief is your current perceived truth about reality. Your truth about how everything in the world works. For example, you may train, which makes you eligible to think it's true that it's good for you, and you eat because you think it's true that you need to eat to survive, and you may go to school because you think it's true that it will help build your career. And beliefs are formed through experiences, and experiences create behaviors. And right now I'll show you how your beliefs are formed through experiences. So there are two different kinds of experiences. There are experiences that are sensory, and there are imaginary experiences. A sensory experience is an experience where you trigger one of your five senses. You know, your hearing, your feel, or your taste, or your smelling, and I forgot the other one. Yeah, and the imaginary experience speaks for itself. The brain can't tell whether or not an experience is real or imaginary, or imaginary, and you can really capitalize on this, and I'll talk about this later in the video. But for now, if you, for example, have had many positive experiences and encounters about financial abundance, how easy money is to get, then you will put a lot of rocks on the positive side of the scale towards money is abundant. And just to clarify, a rock is an experience, and each rock can have a different emotional impact on you according to how big of an emotional impact it had in you. So it's not very, how could I say, it's not very this or that. It's more of a, you could have it being 1 here and 10 there, and this is an experience where you think money is so abundant it grows on trees, and everybody could be a millionaire, and one is everybody lives in poverty and the rich is evil. And your stones are in between here on the emotional impact they have on you. And if you, like here, have 3 big experiences on the positive side of money's abundance, then the scale will tip like this into you forming the belief that money is easy to get. And just to clarify, this scale is your unconscious measure on whether or not you think money is abundant or not. This is your unconscious operating. And you can have imaginary experiences through this scale. For example, this too may have been when you've just thought about the world, and you've just thought that for some reason you think that the stock market is hard to get in, or you think that it's hard to get a job. And this will of course be on the scarce side of money's abundance. But lucky for you, you had a bigger emotional impact on the positive side of money's abundance, making you think that money is easier to make. And I believe that if you think something is easier to do, then it ultimately will be easier to do. But that's just my opinion. In the beginning, I told you that you were going to learn systems, a belief system. And I'll show you a system. Let's draw a triangle here. And yeah. And bigger rectangle here. Yep, and then some arrows. And this represents a normal system. Everything, almost everything in life goes through a system. And so it begins with input, and then there's the process, and then, as you think, the output, the consequence of the process, and then there's the feedback loop. Basically, how you react on the output. And as your respiratory system, your heart, your school, it works through this system. So does your beliefs. But you just change this to, this is still feedback. But you change this to information. And then this is the belief. And here it's the behavior. Or reality. And then there's the feedback. For example, let's take a post on Facebook that, a post on Facebook about Real Madrid. And then you don't like Real Madrid. Therefore, you will not click on it. And the feedback will be that Facebook will not show you these kind of posts. This is how your belief system works. You can take it with the on whether or not you think school is important. The information you get maybe from your parents telling you that you need to go to school to survive or to succeed, and then you form your belief from what you've got the information and the behavior. If your belief is that school is important, your behavior and your reality will be that you go to school, and the feedback, it will be that you think school is good and that you'll continue going to school. It's as simple as that. When you get information, this is how your belief is formed. Information, then you make your own belief, and then you act because as a consequence of your belief, and then it will feed back and improve. This is how it works, my friend. So you can imagine through two different ways. Through your visualization, I'm sorry for my handwriting. Visualization, and through the past, you could say, memory. As I said earlier, your brain can't tell whether or not an experience has been real or not. Therefore, you can visualize the experiences you want to have. And as I told you earlier, you want to stack as many positive rocks on the positive side of your belief to confirm it, and however you want it to be. So if you, for example, want to have money, like everybody does, and you visualize yourself successful, you visualize yourself standing on your porch with a hot cup of coffee in the morning, smiling. This is you using your imagination to create an experience. And if you trigger a good emotion, it will be on the positive side on the binary scale that I showed you earlier. And it will flip your belief into you thinking that you can actually make it. And then you can replay the same visualization however many times you want. As long as you trigger an emotion whilst doing it, it will work. And you will unconsciously pick it up and actually start to believe in yourself. And then you can also imagine your past, your memory, what happened to you. For example, if you once had a really bad encounter with a teacher, or like you started screaming and shouting at each other, then, and you play it back every once in a while, you'll almost always trigger some negative emotions, and then your unconscious will pick it up and it will tip the binary scale to the negative side of it, making your belief negative towards teachers. And you'll feel as if teachers are not basically that you don't like teachers, because you've replayed this so many times and gotten so many stones from the experiences you've made in your memory on the negative side. And then your belief would be that teachers are maybe not nice, or whatever you thought about. But you can also do this on the positive side. Like if you had one really, really good sales call, just replay that in your mind however many times you want. And this will of course stack positive rocks on the binary scale, making you believe that you're actually good at sales. I think it's very funny to pick up and to realize your own beliefs. It's very good. Well, now you know what a belief is, and you know how it forms and how it works in the system, but you don't really know how to change your beliefs. I've told you a little about imagination, and now I'll tell you everything you need to know. Firstly, I want you to, I can just write change. Change belief. Firstly, I want you to list everything everything you believe to be true about the current subject. You could take me, for example. When I started YouTube, I genuinely didn't think I could do it. I had so many self-doubt. I doubted myself, and I thought nobody will look at this, and I'm not the right guy to speak about this. There are others who are better than me. And I listed everything. I have it in my computer. I listed everything I believed to be true about making a YouTube channel. And then I did what's it's called the antonym exercise. And what this is that you invert what you wrote. For example, I wrote, nobody will look at the videos, and changed it to everybody wants to look at my videos because of the high quality and the good information that's shared. And you do this with every belief you have, every negative belief you have about something. Change it to the positive side, and then you need to affirm it for yourself. You need to force it into your unconscious. And how do you do this? I play your voice, or just read what you've written, or record your voice. I know it sounds quite funny, but record your voice whilst saying your new beliefs about yourself. And after time has elapsed, I promise you that it will be plugged into your unconscious mind, and you will start to believe in yourself, and you will start to you will form new beliefs. It's what this exercise is about. And whilst you do it, you can't just say random shit. You need to trigger an emotion whilst doing it. And I try to, when I listen to, I've recorded some affirmations, like what do I have? I have recorded my goal and other things, and then I try to see an image whilst doing it, just imagining how it will feel, how it will look, and therefore I'm creating an experience, and it will put a stone in the positive side of the binary scale, tipping my belief to the positive side of the subject in question. Thank you for listening and looking at this video. I hope it's helped you. Peace.